About Rory McIlroy. I know you've had to, no doubt, meet and greet all kinds of politicians in your time as a top sportsman.
I refused to meet one.
Let's start with that.
I refused to meet one.
Who was that? Can you say?
The old team did, yeah. It was Mugabe in Zimbabwe. And that was something that should have been taken out of our hands by our cricket board at the time. It wasn't. So us as people, our captain, we ended up staying in South Africa till it got sorted out because
last 24 hours. Let's call him the world's best golfer. He's not the current number one, Dustin Johnson is, but he is the best golfer.
He's world number 3.
Yeah, he is truly a great golfer and a huge celebrity, of course, in this country. And he's played a round of golf with Donald Trump. And I say to you, Darren, that I think he's been ill-advised, only for this reason. Donald Trump is the democratically elected leader of the United States of America. And it doesn't matter whether you think he is sliced bread and you want to lick him up and down, you think he's so great, or whether you think he's the devil incarnate. What you cannot not say is that he is controversial. His first month in office has contained more controversy, I would say, than the last 5, 6, 7 American presidents put together.
But that's why they voted him in.
So Rory McIlroy, that's why,
that's why he won it.
That's why the minority voted him in, yes?
That's why he won it. He's the president of the United States for a reason. He didn't just say, I'm going to be the president and
that's why
give himself the job.
He's the democratically elected president of the United States. But the problem for Rory McIlroy is, whether he likes it or not, playing golf with Donald Trump will be seen as an endorsement of Donald Trump. He will say, it's nothing to do with politics, I just wanted to play golf with the president. It's a great honour.
Yeah, it is.
Unfortunately, the way the media works, it's false media, bad, sad, and the way the world works is that Donald Trump will say, look, great people think I'm a great guy, and he will be saying this sometime in the next 24 hours. And I think McIlroy should have said to him, I'd love to play Donald, but I'm a bit busy at the moment, I'm doing my hair, I'll come back to you about it.
Difficult situation. If what was said is, but he got asked Saturday night if he wanted to play Sunday morning, and I would have got I'll be honest, if I would have got a phone call from Donald Trump, I wouldn't even been thinking about the politics or wherever it may be. Yeah, he is the leader of America, so to speak, but you would see it as an honour to play golf with him. And I've said to you that the worst thing about this is, but I'm going to say it now because I've always thought about it. I'm actually playing one of his courses in Dubai come the weekend, and I actually found myself thinking, should I be playing at one of his golf courses? And it's ridiculous, but I'm even thinking about that. Some of his golf resorts are fantastic, and I'm going to play there, and I'm going to be proud to play there. Not because I want to be friends with Donald Trump, but because his golf courses are fantastic.
But I would say to you, Darren, that you're okay. You could make a choice about that. That's Donald Trump, the businessman. Whereas when you're playing golf with him personally, he embodies these days the presidency of the United States of America.
Okay then, so put this into the situation. Yeah. Say I'm playing there on Saturday or Sunday, wherever it may be, and I'm just about to tee off, and Donald comes walking over and says, hello, Mr. Gough, I've heard you're playing today. I've just been told, but you're a cricketer.
He would say, hello, Goughy, wouldn't he?
Yeah, whatever. He says, do you mind if I join you? What do I say? No.
That's up to you.
I'd find it, I would say, of course, yeah, no problem, come and join us. I've got a buggy here. You could drive.
Do you believe the story that they're putting out that he rang him up Saturday and said, want to play golf? The President of the United States is doing his diary hour by hour now. He sees he's got a couple of spare minutes. I'll ring Goughy. No, he's not around. Give Rory a ring, he'll have a game with you. Do you believe that?
Well, he's obviously got his number. And the way I say this is, but you've got to remember, Donald Trump and golf have been going together for a long, long time. And
they're getting engaged soon, yeah.
Well, only a couple of months ago, he actually played a round of golf with Tiger Woods, who's a bigger name in golf than Rory McIlroy, yeah?
Certainly in America, yes.
Yeah. We don't know
anyway, yeah, that's fair, that's pretty fair. Yeah.
We don't know if Tiger Woods voted for Donald Trump. I have no idea.
I'm
not interested whether he voted for Donald Trump or not. I'm not American. I don't give an absolute monkeys, right? So he played with Donald Trump 2 months ago.
Right. When Donald Trump was not the President of the United States. Just an ordinary citizen.
What, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. He was actually he'd been elected.
Okay, then so it can't have been 2 months ago.
Yeah, he'd been elected.
Yeah, he's the President-elect.
Yeah,
he wasn't sworn in.
It was still the same thing.
No, it's entirely not the same thing.
Of course it is. He's been doing all his policies in the build-up to it for the last 3 years.
One of them has access to the nuclear button, the other doesn't. That's how different it is.
Oh, Anyway, okay. So last year, and Tiger's played with him on a few occasions. As I said, his connections with golf. Now, quite a few of the PGA golf tournaments are played on the Trump courses. Doral being one of them. And Rory, only last year, was seen pictured with Donald Trump chatting to him happily. With Donald
last
Trump.
year when he was a private citizen.
So all right then. So all of a sudden, from someone you used to chat to, and you've probably had a few practice rounds with him, he's now the president, and you suddenly say, I'm not playing golf with you anymore because I don't like what you said on TV.
But it can't be, Darren, that there is no line to be drawn politicians. You've already talked about Robert Mugabe, so it's a matter of where you draw your personal lines, isn't it?
Yeah, and we all have probably personal lines.
Because when I said to you earlier on, would you play president, we went down the list, I said, would you play golf with the president of the Republic of Ireland? And you said, yes, you would.
Yeah.
Even though he's a tiny little fella, it takes him a long time to walk around the course. Then I said, but the president of, Germany, and you said yes.
Of course I would.
Then I said North Korea.
No.
No, because you have a line in the sand somewhere as well.
Yeah, from what I judge him on, yeah.
And there's lots of people who've got lots of problems with Donald Trump. I mean, I'm not saying I'm one of them, but there are lots of people. You can't deny it. You only have to look at social media, false media, sad, or people in the streets with placards, false placards, bad. We'll talk about this. What I want to know, here's the question for all of you out there. I don't expect you necessarily to get into the deep politics, and I want you also to play nicely. We're not going to call each other names here, because that's what they want. Simple question for you. Has Rory McIlroy playing a round of golf with Donald Trump changed your opinion of Rory McIlroy? Thanks very much for the people already wading into me on Twitter with my left-wing and right-wing agenda, depending on where you stand. All I've said so far is the president is controversial. I do not believe that can be denied. I do not believe it. My argument is that sports people tend to get used nearly always by politicians for their own ends, and I think they should be very careful about what they do. Let's get your views on, Darren. 08717 223344. First up to the hockey is Patrick, a Sunderland fan in Leeds. Hello, Pat.
Hi, mate. How are you doing?
Very good. Thanks for joining us. What did you want to say?
I'm just a bit confused by Rory McIlroy, if I'm honest. This is the same Rory McIlroy who decided not to go to the Olympics, obviously a prestigious event for any sportsman, because he never wanted to get involved in the politics between Ireland and Northern Ireland, but yeah, it's okay to get involved in the politics with Donald Trump.
Well, he was at the centre of a very controversial decision there, wasn't he? Because he's born in the North, decided to play for the Republic in the Olympics, and then decided the better of that as well.
Totally different.
And pulled himself out of it. Why is it totally different, Darren? I mean,
totally different. That is a big sensitive issue to him and his family.
Sure.
He's in America. It's his second home. He plays golf there. He plays golf right on that golf course. He's actually got a Trump T-shirt on, if you look close enough. He's lived right near the golf course. He probably plays there. And he's asked him to play a round of golf from someone that's now the President of the United States of America, but he's also a huge golf man, and he invests in golf and hotels. So he's right there. He's absolutely, totally barking up the wrong tree there.
I don't agree, Darren. I wonder, Patrick, given that he got his fingers burnt with this business of Olympic selection, I think you'd be in a position to be more careful about what he chooses to do.
I completely agree. I understand completely the situation in Ireland's a sensitive one for him, but I think as a leading figurehead, he needs to be aware that the situation with Donald Trump and the bans, whatever you want to call them, are sensitive situations for a lot of his fans as well.
Okay, listen, thank you very much indeed for that. Here's Gareth, a Spurs fan in Luton. I think he's got a different view. Hello, Gareth.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for joining us. By all means, give us your view.
Firstly, why should we care? At the end of the day, he's a golfer. He's gone out and played golf, like you've just said, with somebody who deals with golf courses and resorts.
He's the President of the United States of America.
Yeah, as I was just going to say, the fact he is now the president, but at the same time you sit there saying, sports people get used as possible pawns in political gains. But let's be fair, Rory McIlroy's kind of been off the radar for a little while. Who knows, he's not sort of putting a bit of press out for himself. Good press or bad press, he's still getting talked about.
Do you think, I hear what you're saying, Gareth, but do you honestly think that Rory McIlroy, never mind Donald Trump, needs publicity?
Well, the guy's been out for a while, I saw on Twitter the other day from him, yeah, just let people know the injury's going well. You know, he's not been in the limelight. You know, he came out and he won all these tournaments, and he was right up there with the best of them. He's been out for a while. So why shouldn't he look at sort of thrusting himself directly back into the limelight? And let's be honest, at the moment, who else to do it with than Trump, the most controversial figure in the world at the moment?
I can't see what the problem is here. A golfer playing golf with someone that's been involved in golf for the last probably 20, 30 years.
Darren, you're not a dimwit, man. You know that he's more than just a bloke who's been involved with golf.
Okay, right. Let's put it this way. No matter who you vote for in this country,
yeah.
If I were asked to play with a leader of one party, and he asked me to play golf, and I'd say, yeah, no problem. If the other leader of that I don't vote for asked me to play golf, I'd say, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll play golf.
Yeah.
So what is the problem?
But Darren,
is that a problem to me? Do I fall out with everyone who's a red or everyone is a blue?
No, you
just
don't.
Because I play for the other party.
No, you don't.
It's ridiculous,
But
man.
other people have different views from you, Darren. They do think he's more of a difficult character to get hold on than perhaps you do.
But it doesn't matter. It's like saying, oh, I'm not talking to him next door because he's from this country, but I'll talk to him the other side of him because he's from another country. It's ridiculous,
You've already
man.
said, Darren, there is a line to be drawn because you didn't want to talk to Robert Mugabe, and I'm making no comparison.
Yeah, but
between
that's
him.
going to the absolute extreme. You didn't name it here. That's like me putting myself saying.
All it's doing, Darren, is illustrating to you that there is a line which everybody personally chooses to draw.
Not having it.
Steve's an Everton fan. Steve's an Everton fan in Nottinghamshire. Hello, Steve.
Hello, pal. Yeah, I'm with Goughy a bit on this. I can't understand what all the football's about. If you look at
Sorry, you can't. You can't understand it, or you don't agree with it.
I don't understand the whole argument about it. He's the president of the United States, so what? He's an absolute autist. Some people deemed it a legal war and everything else. Thousands of troops getting killed and everything else. And yet it didn't stop some of the comedy stars doing comic relief with him and everything else. And
which is entirely my point. They've made a personal choice. They don't consider him, as you clearly do, I suspect, a war criminal.
Yeah, but no, I don't actually.
Sorry, I apologise. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yeah, yeah. But Donald Trump, he's a sufficient character right now, and everyone's kicking off. Everything he does now is going to be scrutinised. And as Goughy said, the guy played golf with him at times before. What does he do now? Just turn his back on him because he's a despised political leader.
That's the question I'm asking you. If it's changing your opinion of Rory McIlroy, the fact that he has, at a moment in time when Donald Trump is being discussed in our Parliament, whether he's a fit person to have a state visit. That was yesterday. That's not 10 years ago.
Do you know what this makes it more interesting?
Yeah.
I'll add a bit to your fire here. Guess where his next tournament that Rory will be playing?
North Korea.
Mexico.
Okay. Mexico, yeah, of course.
That's the next tournament Rory will be playing in.
Okay,
coming back from injury.
I'm not making light of any of this stuff. It is important, and it remains my view that you have to be very, very careful who you play golf with, who you go running with, who you play football with, and who you end up shaking hands with. Because so many regimes and so many politicians, they just want to use celebrities to further their own popularity. Now that may, in your case, you may think that's not an issue at all, in which case give us a ring as well, 08717 22 3344. The question is, has Rory McIlroy playing golf with the President of the United States of America, who happened to be Donald Trump yesterday, changed your opinion of the Irish golfing legend?